Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Earl Nightingale said, "Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality." It's like when you plant a garden, you prepare the soil, you plant the seed, and you nourish it, and then it grows, and then you harvest it. It's the same thing with a dream, a goal, a, a magnificent vision, something that you really, really want. It's a seed for achievement, a seed of an idea. And if you imagine your subconscious mind is the soil, and much of it has been filled with weeds, negative thoughts, ideas that you've lived by, opinions that you've taken on. And while those have been growing wild and really populating your life, you want to grow some beautiful flowers or a vegetable garden. You've got an idea for something wonderful, something lovely, something that you truly desire. You have to get rid of some of the weeds. You have to nurture your idea. So if you imagine that your subconscious mind is the garden, the soil, and you want to start by preparing it. You're going to till the soil, you're going to dig, you're going to try and pull those negative thoughts, the roots, by the roots, the weeds you're going to pull out so that the beautiful flowers, the beautiful garden can grow and change and develop. And you know that doesn't happen overnight. It takes nurture, it takes paying attention, it takes staying on top of those weeds. So you've decided that you're going to change negative thinking patterns and you're going to focus on a beautiful idea. You're going to take in a lovely idea of what you want and imagine how it's going to be, just like you know what you want at the harvest. So whether you've planted a vegetable garden or a flower garden, you know what the end result is going to look like. You imagine it, maybe you sketch it out, you write about it, you think about it. But as you go on with your day-to-day activities, those weeds creep back in, the negative thoughts take over. You start to do things the same way you've always done them, and you kind of forget to tend to that garden. It takes repetition, daily watering the new ideas, the new seeds, pulling out the weeds, looking at the weeds like the thoughts, the limiting beliefs. Is this true? Is this what I really want? Is this going to help me get the harvest that I desire? Bob Proctor talks about the negative thoughts, the limiting beliefs, and the habitual way we do everything, the way we live our life as a paradigm. Paradigms are the automatic way we think, the automatic way we do everything in our life. And paradigms could be controlling every move that you make, even though you say you want something different, you have a beautiful vision, you've set a goal, you've set an intention, this I will do. unless you nourish that new idea, pay attention to it, just like a seed needs water and sunlight and pulling out the weeds, your seed of an idea is going to take some nurturing, some time, some attention in order to survive and thrive. We live our entire lives by habit. Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher wrote a program called Thinking into Results. And in lesson 3, Your Infinite Mind, they talk about using your mind to get the results you want. And they say that culture is founded on habits, work practices, attitudes, beliefs, and expectations. So, armed with paradigms, the habitual way you work and think and expect, you approach and react to the world around you, interpreting what you see and experience according to your shared understandings and those culturally determined guidelines. You've grown up in a certain culture. You've grown up with certain beliefs. You believe certain opinions. And then when you go to work, there is a culture there of how to work, what to do, what you believe. These are all paradigms, and they're all in the subconscious, just like the garden of your mind. They explain that a paradigm, in a sense, tells you that there is a game, what the game is, how to play it successfully. And so if you want to change, you have to shift your paradigm. A paradigm shift then is a change to a new game or a new set of rules. And when the rules change, the whole world will appear to be changing. Just like the garden of your mind will change when you tend to the new ideas, the beautiful flowers, and start questioning, is this a weed? Is this a flower? Is this going to serve me? Or is it going to choke out the beautiful ideas? Is this going to give me what I want? Or the same old? So when you look at your paradigms as a game, or you look at the subconscious mind as soil that you're planting a new idea, the whole world will begin to change when you start to change the way you create your results. And that takes knowing what your paradigms are and starting to change them. Now, people don't resist change, and change is the only constant in our life. But people don't resist change when it's their choice. If you're being forced to change or someone tells you this is what you have to do, you kind of put up a fight. But that's what your subconscious mind does. It tries to keep you safe. It tries to keep you living the same patterns. That's why you can start out with a beautiful idea. What do I really, really want? Wow, those people have that. Why can't I? I would love to live that way. What would it take for you to be living the way you truly desire? Not worrying about money, not worrying about what's going on in the economy, not spending all your time and energy working, but enjoying your work, enjoying the income that you've earned, enjoying your life. That takes getting rid of some of the weeds of worry, of fear, of doubt. It takes really paying attention to what it would feel like when your harvest is ready, when the beautiful flowers have bloomed into what you really want. That takes changing some habits, not only habitual ways we think, but also noticing what habit patterns we do every day. How do we act? How are we behaving? Starting to replace some habits that are not really getting us what we want with starting to do what will take us closer to that dream, that vision. Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher say it is the paradigm that has attracted the conditions or circumstances that we live in and that contribute to the problem. So we have to start to really understand paradigms and that we have the ability to change the paradigm, change the habitual way we think and act. And so if we shift our focus to focusing on what we really want, that will automatically start to attract the conditions and circumstances that build that vision. The new reality comes from focusing on, what do I really want? You know what the harvest will be from the seed of the idea that you've planted. You already know what it's going to be. Decide, fall in love with it, and then forget about how it's going to happen. You're not going to dig up the seed and see if it's growing. You're going to trust that with the right conditions, with the right circumstances, with nurturing through feeling new thoughts, new feelings, new ideas, taking new actions, continually pulling out the old weeds, examining the negative thoughts and saying, that's not going to work. That's not helping me. Let's go in this direction. Giving some focused energy to what you really want. Now that takes visualizing the harvest, visualizing the beautiful idea, and then letting go of how. To move into a higher productivity and greater rewards, to receive that beautiful harvest, you have to change some of your thinking patterns, which have been programmed, which are habitual. And here's a mental exercise that can help liberate you. We're going to use it for a specific purpose, and you can use it for anything. You can use it at work, you can use it with a group of people, with a team, with your family. You can try it yourself. Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher say your reward for following the instructions to the letter will be great. However, discipline combined with new action, assertive action, will be required for you to replace the habits that have to be replaced in order for your desired results to manifest. In preparing yourself to move to a new dimension of productivity, doesn't mean trying harder, it doesn't mean putting in more work, doesn't mean killing yourself to get what you really want, it means starting with totally relaxing, reprogramming your subconscious mind so that the reticular activating system in your brain will start to show you evidence of this new, beautiful vision. The flower garden, the vegetable garden, the new car, the new house, the new job, whatever your vision is, the way you want to be living takes reprogramming your subconscious mind. And here's a strategy that is extremely effective. Know that your subconscious mind is totally deductive. That means it has no ability to reject. It will accept whatever you impress upon it as reality, regardless of whether it is real or imagined. So we're going to take the beautiful seed of an idea and plant it. Now, this process is what all true professionals, athletes, business people, people at the top of their game, they visualize their success. They visualize the harvest already taken in. They visualize the picture of what the end goal is. What are they trying to accomplish? So when you imagine, first of all, it takes totally relaxing to get your body ready for the visualization. Taking a deep breath in and letting that go. Many people will tell you that it takes 3 long, deep breaths in and out. Other people give you all kinds of breathing exercises. The point is to focus on your breathing, to allow your central nervous system to relax. You'll sit comfortably, relax the muscles of your face, unclench your jaw, unfurl your brow, get your shoulders out of your ears. Just let your body become totally relaxed. Of course, you want to do this when you're quiet, when you're hopefully by yourself or at least not driving, where you can have no distractions around you, and just allow your arms and your legs to relax. Let your belly become soft. There are no outside threats, nothing you have to worry about, nowhere that you have to be right now. Just allow yourself to be supported by the chair that you're sitting in or the bed you're lying on. And start to visualize a funnel of lavender energy flowing into the crown of your head. This beautiful energy is circulating through your head and down into every area of your entire body. It might be easier for you to follow your breath flowing in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. I want you to imagine that this is bringing in beautiful new energy, clean, clear energy, filling you circulating into every molecule of your being, letting your body become very light. Your cells are rejuvenating. Your body already knows how to heal itself. Bring in beautiful white light or lavender energy. Imagine that you're being energized with divine light, with pure love. You're mentally envisioning yourself already whole, already perfect, already worthy, and in possession of the results that you desire. What beautiful picture comes to mind of your ideal life? You're living your purpose. You're loving your life. You already have everything that you desire. You're happy, you're healthy. You're living in a beautiful relationship. You love your home. The work that you do is producing fantastic results, and the money is flowing into your bank account. Whatever it is that you desire, the results are as real in your mind as the chair that you're sitting on, as the clothes that you're wearing. Really see the picture and tune into the frequency of how you're feeling. Getting into the spirit of the joy, the love, the beautiful health. Vibrant, healthy, happy, loved, respected, enjoying your life. You are embodying this picture, the feelings associated with it. Imagine that the harvest is in. You're so proud. You've worked hard to accomplish this. You're being celebrated. You're feeling lighter. You've let go of any of the old weeds, the old opinions, and you're living the way you desire. Now, one of the most important things that you can do when you're in this feeling, you've already decided on the picture, you know what you want. Maybe it's something that is so big and beautiful that it scares you because you have no idea how you could accomplish that. I want you to give it over to God, to your inner guidance system, to a higher power, and decide, I don't need to know how. Just like I trust my flower garden to bloom, I trust that the picture in my mind is my life. It's coming into reality, and I just have to be ready for the harvest. Open your eyes and grab a pen and paper. If you love journaling, write down, I am so happy and grateful now that whatever you desire, whatever you saw in that beautiful imagination of yours, that vision, the picture that you truly desire, how you want to be living, write it down as the destination, as the outcome, as the harvest that is ripe and ready for you. When you plant your garden, you have a picture of what you want it to look like when it's all ready. That's how I want you to write your beautiful vision, your goal, your desired outcome. It's already ripe and ready. It's yours. It's here now. How do you feel? When you can bring that feeling into every cell of your being and just know that that's meant for you, that's happening. You're in the process of becoming that person who has accomplished the goal, attained the goal. You're at the destination. You've brought in the harvest. Believe that it's yours. Start practicing this over and over every morning when you wake up, every evening before you fall asleep, pulling out the weeds, nurturing the seed, believing that that seed will grow into the seed of the vision, will grow into the beautiful harvest in your real life. And what daily action can you take? Notice what you're noticing. Your subconscious mind will start to look for ways to make this harvest come true, to live this in your real life. You start to become the person that has this picture already accomplished. That becomes your new paradigm, your new habit, the new way of looking at life, the new way of living. Keep repeating it, write about it, and then get on with your day. As you change your thoughts, your actions, your feelings, your whole world will start to change. Trust me. Keep repeating it, and that becomes the new pattern of your life. Enjoy your day. Create the wonderful moments that produce the harvest you desire. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.